What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be previewing and giving my predictions for this upcoming huge series between the Toronto Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers, of course. This is the 4-5 matchup in the Eastern Conference. It's going to be a great series, and I think it's going to be a very close series. And I think my Toronto Raptors have what it takes to win this series. I actually am predicting them to win this in 6 games. I think they're going to close it out at home. And I think they're going to send James Harden, Joel Embiid, and the Philadelphia 76ers home packing. I think the Raptors have what it takes to beat this Philly team. You take a look at the season series with the 76ers. The Raptors are 3-1. That one game they lost, they were beat down due to COVID protocols, so they really didn't have anything. And even the games they won, they didn't have Fred VanVleet or OG Anunoby in 2 of those games. So very impressive for the Raptors, who I think are going to be able to do what it takes to beat this Sixer team. I think this series is going to go, it's going to be a split. In Philly, I think the Raptors come home 1-1, and I think they take care of business at home. No Matisse Thybulle in Toronto because he has 1 vaccine, not 2, so he's ineligible to not only play, but he can't even travel with the team to Toronto. So I think the Raptors take both those games at home, and they go back to Philly for Game 5 up 3-1. Philly takes the 5th game, but the Raptors close it out in 6 and move on to the second round. That's what I think is going to happen in this series. You take a look at Joel Embiid in his career against the Raptors. It's been a nightmare for him. And he said it himself that the Raptors are the team he hates playing. He likes playing the least. He does not want to play the Raptors. And, go figure. The Raptors always manage and find a way to figure out Joel Embiid. It's been every game or every series he's had a tough time. So, obviously, you got to feel for him, but at the end of the day, Nick Nurse has just done a tremendous job. His coaching staff, the Raptors just have the perfect player personnel to be able to, do what Nick Nurse does. And Nick Nurse adjusts to however his team is built. It's really unbelievable. And I think I'm going to have a separate video on Nick Nurse because I really think he should be talked about in the Coach of the Year conversation. I think what he's done with this Raptor team is what no one really thought they would be able to do, and it's just been really fantastic. So I think Nick Nurse deserves a little bit more credit, actually a lot more credit, but that's getting off topic. I think this Raptor team, I think they're going to beat the Philly 76ers. I really do. I think they can win road games, and I certainly think that they can win at home in front of the best fans in the NBA. James Harden has not been himself. He has not been good lately. And you take a look at the games that Philly's played against the Raptors. It's been a nightmare for Philly. They've beat them in Toronto. They beat them both times in Philly. So it's obviously been really impressive. And you take a look at the Raptors getting back to full strength. Nick Nurse saying this is one of the healthiest the Raptors have been all year. Take a look at Scottie Barnes, Gary Trent Jr., Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, Gary Trent Jr., Fred VanVleet. These are all some insane pieces. You take a look at Pascal Siakam. He's been playing at a superstar level for a while now. And then you take a look at the bench where you got Precious Achiuwa, Chris Boucher, who they've been playing very well. You take a look at a guy in Thaddeus Young who's so valuable to the Raptors. I think he's much more valuable than people make it seem. He's such a big piece for us. I think he really brings that veteran leadership you need and look for. And I think Thaddeus Young, I think Masai Ujiri is really going to consider extending him in the offseason. He's an unrestricted free agent, but I think he just brings so much to the team. And you're going to see, especially here during this playoff run, what he really brings. But the Raptors, they have a couple bench pieces to go with their 5 starters, of course. That is VanVleet, Trent, Anunoby, Barnes, and Siakam. We know that's the starting 5 going in if everything goes well and stays healthy. And then, like I said, you got Thaddeus Young, Chris Boucher, Precious Achiuwa as your 3 main bench pieces. And then you take a look at guys like Malachi Flynn, potentially, Kem Birch. There's always good options for the Raptors off that bench. And I think it's just really, we're a lengthy team. There's a lot of guys with length. They play good defense. They give Joel Embiid a hard time. I think the one thing the Raptors really need to look out for in this series is Danny Green shooting the three ball. You don't want him to get hot. Tyrese Maxey, as well as Tobias Harris. I think the Raptors are going to do their part, and I'm not going to say stop Joel Embiid because he's, in my opinion, he's the league MVP. He's one of the best players in the game. So they won't shut him down, but they're going to limit him. They're going to limit him, and James Harden, they're going to limit him as well. I think it's a matter of what happens with the guys around them. What happens with Maxey, Danny Green, Tobias Harris? What happens with those guys? Are they still doing the little things to help win games, or the Raptors shutting those guys down too? But like I said, I think the Raptors win this series in 6 games. I think they have what it takes. And Matisse Thybulle not being able to play in Toronto is a huge boost for the Raptors. And I think they're going to be able to clean it up on their home court in the 6th game of the series and win the series 4-2. But guys, that's all I got in this video. I left my predictions. You guys leave yours down below in the comments section. Who do you think wins this series and how many games? I gave you guys the keys to success for the Toronto Raptors, and I believe they're going to be able to beat the Philadelphia 76ers and pull up the upset in 6 games. But you guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the series. Who will win? Let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. And as always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Let's go Raptors.